You're doing a lot better. A lot better. Don't talk. Plenty of time for that later, okay? You try and get a little bit more sleep.
Where do you think you're going?
See Susan. Not that it's any business of yours.
You can't do that.
Why not?
Because only family's allowed in there.
Oh, is that so? Since when do ex-lovers become family?
I'm a doctor.
I'm her husband. Is that family enough for you?
There you go.
Listen, has Joe left for the courthouse yet?
No, I think he's still upstairs. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hello, Kelly Steiner.
Hi.
Yes.
How's Holly?
Well, she's pretty broken up. She and Luke are down at the courthouse with the judge, trying to persuade him to let her go back to Victoria for her father's funeral.
We can't refuse her now.
One wouldn't think so.
Oh, here he is now. Joe.
I gotta go.
Telephone.
No, I can't do
It's
it
the
right now.
Attorney General again.
Tell him I don't have an answer for him yet, and I'll call him back as soon as I get back,
But don't
okay?
you want a quick word with him now?
No, I can't. Luke and Holly are waiting for me. Just
But...
tell him I'll give him an answer by the end of the day, please. Bye.
Okay, good luck.
Yeah.
What is taking him so long?
Joe or the judge?
I don't know what to do.
Look, darling, all you gotta do is tell it straight. That's our only play.
What if the judge says no?
We'll worry about that when it happens.
You think it will?
I hope it doesn't, but he turned you down once already.
But this time it's different.
Look, don't tell me that, okay? I'm on your side.
I have to get back there. I just have to.
Well, let's hope the judge agrees with you, baby.
How can he refuse?
How can he refuse? He's not exactly been sympathetic so far.
But my father just died.
Well, you'd save that for in there, okay? I know that. I'm on your side, please.
You can't say no.
Look, if he does, we'll think of something.
Listen, I'm going back to Victoria. No matter what happens, I'm going to be there when they bury my father.
Hey.
What are you talking about in there?
Hey, get your hands off me,
What
all
the
right?
hell is going on here, Baldwin?
I don't know. You tell me. I came in to see my wife.
Hang on 1 second. Just say that to me one more time.
You heard me. Or you got wax in your ears.
You married Susan?
Well, that's the only way I know to get a wife these days.
I don't believe you.
Do you know another way?
Come on, Baldwin, what are you up to? You're up to some kind of trick. What's going on?
Look, you had your chance. Now she's mine.
Since when?
Last night.
Oh, you married her here?
Of course I married her here. What do you think? I whipped up to Vegas for a quick ceremony?
Was she conscious?
Yes. As a matter of fact, it was her idea.
You're making all of this up.
Ask Amy.
What, was she the bridesmaid?
Spectator.
Oh, really? Who performed the ceremony?
Justice of the peace. It was all legal on the up and up. If you don't believe me, why don't you ask Mark Dante?
Mark Dante allowed you to do this here?
Yeah, he helped out. As a matter of fact, he was my best man.
I don't believe one word you're saying.
Well, that's your problem. Just don't get any ideas.
About what?
She's my wife now, and I'd appreciate it if you stay away from her in the future.
Nurse, do you have the visitors list for Susan Moore?
Certainly, Doctor.
Damn it. Alice Grant, Heather Weber, and Scotty Baldwin. Who gave the order that Scotty Baldwin come in to see her?
Dr. Dante.
Nurse, this is Dr. Alan Quartermain. I want you to get Dr. Dante for me right away. It is very important. Okay, as soon as he comes out of surgery, I want him to call me. Tell him it's urgent. Thank you. If Heather Weber or Alice Grant come in here to see Susan Moore, I want you to page me immediately. I'll be with Nurse Vining. Thank you.
So you think she'll get an answer this morning?
She better. I've already made the flight arrangements. Now, if that judge okays everything, she can be on that plane and out of here by noon.
He's got to.
I'm not so sure.
I know, but her father just died.
Look, the judge wouldn't let her go when Charles took a turn for the worse.
Robert, I feel so sorry for her.
about all we can feel. Everything else is up to the judge.
Do you think Joe's going to be able to persuade him?
Well, if anybody can. Why were you so late this morning?
Oh, it was Ian.
What's that sleazy little muckraker up to now?
You would not believe the story he wants me to write.
Hang on,
It's a
darling.
feature-
Hang on. Hold it. Excuse me. Rosie, can we have a minute?
Sure, you want some more coffee?
No, just a question. This business with Joe and the Attorney General.
He hasn't told you?
Told us what?
No, I guess he wouldn't.
Rose, why don't you have a seat?
I'm really busy.
Yeah, well, we can talk quickly.
It really should come from him.
I'll do a deal with you. Next time we see him, we'll act surprised. Have a seat.
Okay.
Now, is he in some kind of trouble?
No, nothing like that. He just hasn't quite decided on the thing, but it's because of Holly. But I know that's why he hasn't.
Does it have
made
something
a
to do with her
decision.
case?
Well, only indirectly. He hasn't decided, but I think you should know what he's considering.
I'd love to know what he's considering.
The Attorney General has offered him a position on the State Crime Commission.
You're kidding.
That sounds prestigious.
Oh, it is, and it's quite an honor. It would be the perfect stepping stone for him.
To where?
To anywhere he would want to go, especially in this state.
She's right, and Joe's always been interested in politics. I mean, the opportunity's incredible.
It's wonderful.
But he hasn't accepted, right?
Well, no. Albany keeps calling him, and he keeps putting them off, but he has to make a decision today. I mean, the commission convenes tomorrow.
But how could he... What's there to decide? He can't pass this up.
Well, ordinarily, I don't think he would.
I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I know
I mean-
Joe's tempted.
Then why the hesitation?
Holly.
Well, that's it. Joe's not going to walk out on her. He's decided he's going to see her defense through to the end.
But this could be the perfect opportunity to lead him into a political career.
And it may have to wait.
Well, the Attorney General doesn't offer second chances.
Tell me about it. But that's our Joe. You know him. He's always there for a friend.
Please, come in.
Thank you for seeing us on such short notice, Your Honor. It's very important.
Well, I hope so. But don't you think on a matter of such urgency, your attorney should be present?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Well, if I can get to work at this hour, so can you.
Yes, sir.
Shall we proceed? I have a very busy schedule for the rest of the day.
Your Honor, my client's father passed away last night.
Oh, you have my deepest sympathy, Miss Sutton.
If you'll remember, in the hearing a couple of days ago, we put in a request to the court that you allow Miss Sutton to proceed to Victoria, British Columbia, to visit her father, who was then quite ill.
Yes, and I denied the request.
You did, sir. We respectfully resubmit the request in view of the recent tragic development that you allow her to go up and attend her father's funeral.
I see.
We would guarantee you that both myself and my client that she will neither try and flee nor will she stay in Canada. She simply wants to say goodbye to her father. And, sir, in light of the recent developments, I don't think it's an unreasonable request.
Neither do I, Mr. Kelly. But I'm afraid that I cannot grant it.
Your Honor, please, let me implore you. We would be willing to provide any guarantees that the court would demand.
Well, if I could think of one to demand of you, perhaps I wouldn't have to deny your request. No, I'm sorry, Miss Sutton. I understand your position, and I sympathize with your grief. But I cannot in good conscience allow you to leave.
Your Honor...
That is my decision, Counselor. Now, if we have any further business to discuss...
No, but...
Easy, baby. We'll think of something. I'm sorry.
Well, Joe, there's got to be another way.
We can go to Richardson, but you know how he feels about you.
What the hell? We got nothing to lose.
So we find Richardson and we ask him to put pressure on the judge. If he says no, you stay here.
Well, I wouldn't put anything past Baldwin.
Ian really wants to milk this story.
It sounds like his level of material.
I can see the headlines now. Attorney marries client with $1 million baby. Or even maybe deathbed marriage. No, I would have to say that is even too low for Ian.
Really?
Yeah, actually.
Well...
What's this?
Hi, I didn't even see you come in.
Oh, have a seat, look.
What are you talking about?
Oh, we were just talking about work, business.
Somebody got married?
Yeah, forget it. It's just work, you know. Nothing really in particular. Take a seat. How you doing?
Scotty, wasn't
It doesn't matter. Just drop it.
A lawyer? A client with $1 million baby?
Look, Laura.
Tell me!
Scotty married Susan at the hospital last night.
I don't believe it.
You're not the only one.
There must be some mistake.
There was a mistake. Susan is the one that made it.
Scotty wouldn't just...
I'm sorry.
What about me? What was I? Just some last little fling or something?
Laura, it isn't worth you getting upset over. I mean, it's just a two-timing creep, and it's it's just good that you see it now. I really am sorry. You okay?
Yeah, I am now.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go find Scotty.
And then do what?
Thank him for this wonderful Christmas present. Oh, honey, you're doing just fine. The nurse says you're much better, so everything's going to be all right. You see, one of these days you're going to look upon this as like this whole horrible nightmare, and you realize then that it probably is going to change your life and for the better. So look, you sleep now. Get well. Because you're going to be out of here pretty soon so that you can start that brand new wonderful life.
Thank you for getting photographs.
Mrs. Grant has been the only visitor since Mr. Baldwin left.
She's much better, don't you think?
That depends.
What do you mean?
Did Susan really marry Scotty Baldwin?
Now, go? Judge wouldn't go for it. Wouldn't budge an inch. You'd think we'd have asked him not to run for public office.
I'm really sorry, Holly.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't let me go.
Hey, the DA will be in his office after lunch, and I'll just go have a talk with him then.
You taking calls, Mr. Kelly?
What makes you so sure it's for me?
Kelly's? Yes, he sure is. Can you hold just a moment, please?
Is it Albany?
Yeah, it must be nice to be so popular.
Yes. Hello, it's Joe Kelly. Well, actually, I've been tied up, and I really haven't had a chance to give it much thought. Yes, sir. I know the session is tomorrow. Yes, sir. Well,
What is that all about?
yes, no.
The Attorney General has asked Joe to sit on the State Crime Commission.
That's great.
Could be a big step for him.
What do you mean, could be?
Rose said he isn't going to accept.
Why not? He'd be the first politician we could trust.
It's because he's busy.
Yes, sir, I know.
You mean he's turning it down because of Holly's case?
Does that surprise you?
No, but I think he's crazy.
Try telling him that.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yes. So, where were we?
Joe, I think we were about to discuss your budding political career.
Oh, what?
I know about the Attorney General's offer, and I think it's a great opportunity. I don't want you turning it down because of me.
Thanks, pal.
Would you believe they tied me up and forced it out of me?
Is that your story?
They have a right to know.
Yeah. It's no biggie.
It is if you're saying no for the wrong reason.
Can you imagine me up on Capitol Hill with all those honchos running around? I'm a little bit out of my league up there.
You can make your own league, man.
Joe, you have to accept the appointment.
No, I can't. No, because I started this case and I made up my mind. I'm going to finish it.
You going to call them?
No, actually, I'm going to go up to my room. The Attorney General will be glad he gets an answer anyhow.
Look, Joe's old enough to make his own decisions.
But he's wrong.
But he's doing what he wants to do.
Exactly.
Information. I would like the number of the district attorney, Port Charles, please. Thank you. Yes, this is Judge Crater of the Circuit Court. Is the district attorney in, please? I see. Do you have any idea where he is? This is very important. All right, thank you. That certainly narrows it down. Thank you very much.
Judge Crater, was it?
Listen, you think the DA's office is going to tell me where they're having him feed his face? Huh?
Did you find out?
It's one of 3 places. We're going to hit them all. Come on. We got to have a little chat with this guy right away.
Scotty is so good to her.
Do you know why?
He loves her.
You're dreaming.
You're not giving them a chance. Now, the marriage could work.
The marriage will work as long as there's one thing in it for Baldwin.
A good wife.
My son's bank account.
That's not true.
Come on, Alice. The only reason he married Susan was because of Jason's money. That's all he loves.
Why are you doing this?
What, telling you the truth?
Look, haven't I been through enough? I mean, do you have to destroy my last hope for my niece's happiness?
Listen, Alice, if Susan's salvation is dependent on Scotty Baldwin, we're all in big trouble.
Look, I've heard enough, so if you'll excuse me, sir, I'm going to go have lunch with my daughter.
Hang on. Where's Jason? Who's looking after him now?
He is with a very good babysitter.
He's not with Baldwin now, is he?
Not this time.
What do you mean, not this time?
You're just going to have to get used to the idea that Scotty is going to be spending a lot of time with your baby.
I'll never allow it.
You don't have anything to say about it. As of last night, Scotty Baldwin became Jason's stepfather.
Hi, Jim.
Lee, how have you been?
I've been very well, thank you. And you?
Busy?
Yes, I've been reading about that.
You here on business or pleasure?
Well, a little of each. Thought I'd have a quiet lunch, and then I have to go over this brief that has been on my desk much too long. What's your alibi?
Oh, I'm having lunch with my wife.
Oh, well, case dismissed. You have been exonerated.
Well, I wish it was that easy. No, I'm afraid my trial is just beginning.
Well, then, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Heather.
Help is kind of slow around here today.
That's your problem, Scotty. Why don't you find yourself a table?
So I figured you wanted to congratulate the groom.
Guess again.
Well, be a good little loser and show me to the best table in the house. I'm celebrating.
How's this?
What's the matter? Haven't you got one in the kitchen?
Give me a minute, maybe I'll find one.
That's no way to treat a newlywed.
Just wait, I'll send over cake for you.
Oh, don't bother. I got enough sweets as it is.
So I hear. How's your little secretary taking the good news?
Better than you.
You're real proud of yourself, aren't you, Scotty?
No, business as usual. Why don't you realize that you haven't got enough little dirty tricks in that arsenal of yours to fool a 5-year-old, let alone a veteran?
Why don't you save the speeches for your wife when she recovers and figures out the mess you got her in?
Who do you think proposed to me?
You haven't won, Scotty.
Well, why don't you learn that I play this game better than you do? So I suggest you get lost before you make a bigger fool out of yourself.
Why don't you drop dead?
There he is.
What do you want?
Look, I know this is an intrusion, but it won't take long.
Well, this is not the time or the place.
Look, I say it won't take long, all right?
Now, look, I'm expecting my wife for lunch.
Mr. Richardson, my father died last night.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We met with the judge this morning. We asked him if I could be allowed to go to Victoria for the funeral.
Well, if he had agreed, you certainly wouldn't be here.
No, but we...
Too much to ask. Obviously, I have no intention of running away. Otherwise, I would never have come back here in the first place.
Well, what has all that got to do with me? I mean, the judge has made his decision.
That's absolutely right, but we're talking to you because we know that you can sway his opinion.
Well, that would be highly unusual.
Look, man, we'll give you any guarantee you want. I will personally pay for a police escort to go with her. We only want a couple of days, just 2 days. Please let her do this.
Listen, I loved my father very much. Not being with him for the last few days of his life was bad enough. But not being allowed to go to his funeral would be unbearable.
I cannot allow you to leave the country.
Not until after the election, huh?
Now, don't be ridiculous.
You'll do anything for a few votes, right?
Now, that has nothing to do with it.
Then what does?
Well, for one thing, I've just received new evidence against her. What? I can't tell you. I'm not her attorney.
I'm sorry, I don't believe you.
Well, you'll find out soon enough.
Look, this is a real classy move, Richardson, you know, real classy. You haven't even got the straight-out truth to say no. You gotta make up some dim-witted excuse about new evidence. Well, I'm sorry, pal. The real truth is you're a gutless hypocrite, and you're only interested in kissing up to the public John, not in serving justice.
I don't have to sit here and listen to this.
What's the matter? You don't want to grovel for my vote like everybody
Everybody
else's?
else's? You tell my wife to meet me at Dino's.
Mr. Richardson, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No, you're not.
I missed the last few days of my father's life. I will not miss his funeral.
I'm sorry, Holly. I cannot let you do that.
Well, I don't care what they do to me.
Oh, really? You don't care about that? What about everybody else? What about everybody that put up your bail? Holly, you can't go. I'm sorry.
I should never have come back. Don't you see what's happening here? Everything's going wrong. Because of me, you're going broke. Joe had to give up a political career, and Nanny will have to bury my father alone.
Thank you, Dick.
And then what happened?
Well, that's about it. Holly was terribly upset. Before she ran out, though, she said something to Luke about your giving up a career because of her.
Oh, no, don't worry.
What was she talking about?
The Attorney General wants me to serve on the State Crime Commission.
That's your idea of nothing?
It's nice.
No, Joe, that's fantastic. Well, congratulations.
Well, yeah, it would be if it didn't convene in the morning, yeah.
What has that got to do with anything?
I'm in the middle of a case right now. I'm not going to drop everything and go pursuing my own interests.
Will you stop being noble?
That is not it.
I know that isn't it. Listen, you will be a fool if you don't take that appointment. That is one of the most coveted positions, don't you know? Shall I give you a list of the prominent politicians in this state who started out on that commission?
The Attorney General has beat you to it. He did. It's very impressive.
Well, you bet it is. Not everybody has made that offer. And, Joe, you've earned it. Now, you've got to take that.
I'm just not going to walk out on Holly.
Her case means that much to you.
No, she means that much to me. I mean, Luke and she are friends, and I promised them that I would do everything in my power to help them.
Including allowing another attorney to take the case over for you? Huh?
Don't I wish? Oh, I wish there was just somebody else in town I could trust, man. Apart from you, there's not another lawyer around here that
I'll do my best. Come on.
See, I am not going to drop this whole convoluted basket of worms in your lap.
Why not? Who says you can't? If Holly and Luke agree, I'd be pleased to represent her.
I appreciate that.
Good.
Lee.
Then consider yourself relieved of duty, Joe.
I wish I could.
Will you stop being so damned unselfish and take your best shot while it's out there? It may not come again, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know you don't. Let me tell you something you don't know. You don't know what kind of attorney you want to be. You've never known, have you? I mean, you worked for me in the big office for a while. Then you hung your shingle out on the street and tried to set yourself up as an attorney for the people. I happen to know you were never happy in either of those situations.
That's true.
That's right. Joe, you are a born detective. Hell, Ramsey knows it. I think he's a little jealous. That's why he counts on you so often.
Yeah, he has his causes to regret it, too.
You were meant for criminal law, Joe. You're good at it, and you like it. I think that's one of the reasons you want to see Holly's case through to the end, aside from your being their friend.
Yeah, I don't like it. I love it.
Yeah. Look, if you pass up this appointment, it's going to be a crying shame, not only for yourself, but for everybody in this state. And, who knows, maybe the whole country someday.
I wouldn't go that far, Counselor.
Joe, hey, you take this.
Excuse me.
All right.
Yes. Could I have the Attorney General's office, please, at the Capitol? Yes, my name is Joe Kelly. I think he's expecting a call from me. Yes, sir. You still want me? Well, then, if my client will release me, I'm yours. Yes, sir. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
what that call was. Business, and I mean state business, huh?
It was, thanks to you, yeah?
No, nothing. I just pointed out to you something you've known all along.
Let's just hope that Luke and Holly know it. Let's go get their reaction.
Holly, what happened?
Did you find the D.A.?
Fortunately,
He said no.
it was awful. He wouldn't even consider letting me go.
But why?
He said he has new evidence.
What?
I don't know what it is. He wouldn't tell us. Luke was furious.
Where is Luke?
Oh, I don't know. We had an argument. I ran out.
Maybe he hasn't punched out the D.A.
Well, for a while there, it looked like he was going to.
Star. Yes, she's right here. It's Nanny.
Nanny?
Hello, Poppet. I just got your message. I've been trying to reach you all morning.
Luke and I were at the courthouse. We asked the judge to let me come home for the funeral.
And?
He refused.
Oh, Holly.
Then we met the district attorney and pleaded with him. He wouldn't think of it.
Oh, my poor darling.
It's hopeless. I can't come.
They're bringing your father's body to Victoria today. Now, I made arrangements with the vicar for the family plot. Now, all that was left to work out was the funeral service according to your schedule.
Nanny, what can I do? I wasn't there when Father died. I won't be there to bury him.
Nanny, look, Holly's going to have to call you back. Yeah. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, English. I'm so sorry. I just wish there was something we could do.